I've reversed into their drive because I'm going to work. I'm delivering one parcel. I've reversed.
There's children around here. Shut up shouting.
Shut your mouth. Where's the children? Where's the children?
Do you want me to
get out my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. Who
I
do you
told
think
her
you
be
are?
in your face.
Get out my face. Who the do you think you are coming to talk to me?
I am me.
Shut up. No one cares.
Yeah,
get out of my face. Why are you trembling? Get out of my face.
Trembling?
Get out of my face.
Get shit out of you, you little black.
Oh, you know what that? You know what that?
Yeah. Let's play the fuck. Let's fucking chuck out of our one, shall we? Hey?
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Hello.
Get in the house.
Everyone's really full.
All right. Thanks so much.
Have a good night.
Thanks. You too.
Okay, guys. Walking outside to take the trash out would blow your mind if you saw this. Why is there a giant just walking around in the middle of the night? Why is he there? He, she. Do you see it? I know I ain't tripping. But what would you do? You walk outside to take your trash out and you see this just, roaming around late at night. What you think? Let me know.
Black Americans always talk about black culture this, black culture that. But do you know what this is?
What's up, y'all? So before I launch, I just want to preface everything I'm about to say with this knowledge right here. I am a first-generation Nigerian American. I was born in D.C., but my entire family is from Nigeria. I am 100% African. I took a DNA test. I wasted $100 for absolutely no reason because I came back and said, I am 100% West African, Nigeria, Benin, Togo. I just threw the money away. I don't know why. Now, why do I bring that up? I bring that up so that y'all understand that when I say what I'm about to say, I'm speaking from a place of expertise and experience because ultimately I know my people. I'm not going to sit here in front like there isn't a large subset of the African population, both here and abroad, particularly in the older generation, that hate black people for no reason. Ultimately, it's just a lot of self-hatred and crabs in the bucket mentality because they want to feel superior and they see black people as an easy lick, right? Which is ironic because most African nations, when it comes to their government and their economy, are in shambles. As a matter of fact, Nigeria is the scammer capital of the world. But regardless, I want to reassure y'all that not all Nigerians, not all Africans think like this. A lot of us don't think like this because we understand the sacrifices that black people had to make in this country, what they had to go through in this country, and ultimately how that benefited us, especially the immigrants who came here from those African nations. And without what y'all did in the 60s and 70s and all the shit you had to go through, we couldn't be here today, working towards success and taking care of our family. So even though I don't have to, I would like to apologize to every black person who saw that video and felt offended and reassure you that we do not all think like this. Ultimately, that little nigga tripping, bro. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. It wouldn't surprise me if he was like 50, 60 years old because a lot of them in the older generation, they got that crabs in the bucket mentality, but this nigga can't be anything more than 27, 28 years old. I really don't understand why what compelled him to make that video. Ultimately, I don't know where that little nigga's at, but that entire video reeks of black people bullied me when I was younger for being FOB, so I'm going to spend the rest of my life shitting on y'all every which way possible, which is stupid, right? And I get it. I grew up African in the 90s. Trust me, I understand. I can see where that came from. But ultimately, that's not an excuse to, at your big age, right, to be talking that type of nonsense. We supposed to be enlightened and educated in 2024, and you just ignorant. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? I hate when I see content like this because all it does is spark the diaspora wars all over again. I get it. Africans are different than black people culturally, everything like that. But we are all one people at the end of the day. At the root of it, on some Dr. Umar shit, we all the same people at the end of the day, right? And when this kind of talk start, it just sows unnecessary division. Like, we got bigger problems as a people, both Africans and black people. We got bigger problems that we could be working together to solve. And this dumbass nigga won't be on the internet in his warrior garb talking about, oh, what y'all know about culture, man.
I have to get this out before I forget it. Missouri is currently preparing for an earthquake drill, a massive earthquake drill for an 8.4 magnitude potential earthquake, right? Well, you know how the law of the universe requires them to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. They have to put it out there because they are not creative. So they have to put the information out there and tell us what they're going to do and hide it in plain sight. Because if they don't, that karma going to eat that ass up. And even more so, it won't happen because, again, they're not part of the collective. They're not part of the consciousness. They have no souls. So they have no creativity. So in order for them to create events or create things to happen, they have to put it in our minds first. So tell me why. A couple of weeks ago, I noticed that there was this movie about my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, on Tubi. And I was like, what the fuck? What is this? I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't watch all of it. 2 minutes in, I learned this is a movie about an earthquake splitting the continental U.S. into 2 parts. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but like I said, Missouri is currently preparing for an 8.4 magnitude earthquake, a potential earthquake that could potentially be happening, that for whatever reason, they had to bring out the American military, the National Guard, to handle a potential accident. With that being said, what I wanted to come over here and tell you is what I believe is really going on. They're getting rid of evidence. In a previous video or several previous videos, I've explained that America is ancient Egypt and that specifically the Mississippi River is the true Nile River. And I specifically highlighted the cities that currently and have always sat on the Mississippi River: Thebes, Alexandria, Cairo, all of these places, right? You know, Missouri sits right on the Mississippi River, right where the Gateway Arch is, right? And if you are a true critical thinker and a true deep diver, then you have already done your research on Tartaria and how they have gotten rid of historical evidence by creating these natural disasters, earthquake, tornadoes, fires, and then rewriting history and acting like things never happened, right? What if this earthquake that's going to happen on the Madrid fault line that goes straight through the Midwest and conveniently straight through where the Mississippi River is? What if they're trying to get rid of ancient artifacts, ancient information, ancient downloads, underground information, underground tunnels, buildings, architecture, everything, to rewrite history or to not have us access the truth? I'm just saying. Don't trust anybody and question everything.
So here we go again with the UK and how it is that you have people there having to deal with certain issues such as this. The video was titled, "They Ganged Up on Me for No Reason, and I'm the Only One That Lost Their Job for Apparently Antagonizing. I Should Have Just Walked Away. Make it make sense. Hashtag Black History Month." And in the image, you can clearly see the face of at least one of the men there that was antagonizing the other individual. This is pretty reminiscent of stories that I've covered and watched in the United States. And this is something that a lot of Black Americans have tried to warn and, bring awareness to, so that other people can pretty much know what to expect when it is that they are in countries such as this or have to be around or engage with people such as this, that 9 times out of 10, you will have situations like this. It's only a matter of time. And we can clearly see what took place here. And again, it was vastly ridiculous. But this is part of the course. And 9 times out of 10, they will do everything to protect their own, even if that means firing you from one of their businesses. Now, I'm just trying to figure out, how broke do you have to be in order to go to somebody else's porch, to go to their home, to go on their property, and to steal packages of diapers that were meant for a baby? How broke do you have to be? This is, like I said, I want these people locked up. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no time for excuses. I'm not trying to hear what ifs. I want them locked up. Like I said before, too many times, people have ordered things and they expected those packages to be there, all to find out that the package is not there. And they turn around and they'll blame Amazon, UPS, or FedEx, whoever it is that delivered it. And 9 times out of 10, you'll have things like this, where you will have people driving by the neighborhood and they'll see some packages, something that is not theirs, and they will go up and steal the package. And I've seen too many videos of people going onto other people's property. They don't know what the package is. It's just a brown box. And they'll just go up there and take it because it's there. Not knowing what's in the box, not knowing if it's of importance, not knowing if it's, a computer, if it's a microwave, if it's something that's broken that needs to get sent back out for repair. They don't know what it is. Just because it's there, they decide that they want to steal it. Again, we need to give prison time to stuff like this. Now, for the next video, this is why I told people that it is imperative to have doorbell cameras or to make sure to watch your order. If they say that they're pulling up, just be outside before the person even gets there so that you can at least get a hint of like, okay, well, at least I didn't see them do anything to the food. Not meaning that they couldn't have done something on the drive, you know, to and from, but at least you know they didn't do this directly at your doorstep. This is the second video that I've covered where somebody who is delivering for some fast food service by way of a, I guess, Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever it is, decided that they want to pull up to the scene, deliver somebody's food, and they want to do things like this. Why would you lick the top of somebody's drink? That makes no sense. You know how depraved and sick of an individual you have to be in order to do something? That is disgusting. That is nasty. Why would you do something like that? Why? Why? What would compel you to do something like that? And then you're going to just sit up there and hand over the stuff and smile like everything's all good. No, everything is not all good. Like I said, this is crazy. This is nonsensical. And again, I need prison time for stuff like this. Start throwing these people in prison. Like start rallying up, getting all of these people who do stuff like this on an everyday basis, start giving them prison time. That's all that needs to happen. Start making some serious consequences for stuff like this, because who knows what this man has? Nobody knows what's in his blood. Nobody knows if he has any type of STDs or whatnot or whatever that's going on. Nobody knows if he got anything that's transmittable. Like I said, this is dangerous and it needs to end. I'm the type of person where I've looked at clouds. I've, stayed outside throughout the days and I've just paid attention to cloud formations and seen different things during storms before, after, and during, or during the evening, during the morning and stuff like that. This right here is something that I have never seen before. I've been able to spot, like rabbits, dragons, cats, different things like that. But this is incredible. And I can safely tell you, before magically they come up here and try to claim something, that to me looks like the image of a black child, right? You can clearly see both hands. You can see what looks to be some type of a hoodie with the hood down. You can clearly see the way that the hair is up, and then what seems to be like a type of fro, like ponytail or whatnot or whatever. You can see like the nose and the mouth and everything. That's dope. That is very, very interesting. Like I said, I can't, I know for a fact that the other ones that always try to discredit black people and try to insinuate other things, you're not going to sit up there and tell me that that's something completely different, because I can clearly see the image of a black child there. Like I said, I've been around black people my whole life, and I know what it is that I'm looking at when I'm looking at this image. Like I said, I found this to be interesting, so I wanted to throw it up there to see what you guys thought about it as well. I want to give a shout out to this African man and the other few that are in America that will call out their own. Because for the longest time possible, Black Americans have had to defend and have tried to defend themselves from all around. And as he stated from his own mouth, he is an African man. But he noticed amongst his own people the crab in the barrel mentality, where they specifically decide that they want to hate on Black Americans for one reason or another, or because it's the easiest thing to do in order to get a leg up or to look like they're better and all this other type of stuff. And at the end of the day, it's nonsensical, because without Black Americans being here, there would be no comfortability. There would be no one up. There would be, no Africans being able to just be in America and just simply exist and to do the things that they're able to do. That wouldn't exist. It wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't. Because matter of fact, I put it like this. If the ones out there, the Africans out there that dislike, loathe, or hate Black Americans so much, as this African man stated, why is it that you decide to leave your country, which is in shambles? Why do you leave it in such a disarray? Why do you leave the governments in your homes the way that they are? Now, again, this is coming from a Black man who has done videos in order to showcase a positive outlook on a lot of different African nations there in the beautiful cities that they have. But outside of that beauty, there is a lot of stagnant, there's a lot of dilapidation, there's a lot of lack of funding, money, care, love, respect, value. There's a lot of that is there, right? Just like how I call that out when it takes place in the black community in black cities. I look at Africa, I'm like, yo, why y'all doing this? Because it makes no sense. You can't leave your home the way that you left it, come to a whole nother country, then think that you're better than the group of people that didn't run, the group of people that have established, the group of people that have fought, the group of people that made things possible for you as an African to be here and again, live comfortably. It makes no sense. If you want to prove that you are better than Black Americans, then you should go back and you should fix the nations or the areas of which you came from. You should do that. Live by example. Don't just run away and flee from a situation that you don't want to, or quote unquote can't fix because you don't want to, with a corrupted government, and decide to come over to the United States and, want to talk high and mighty. That's crazy. That's the same thing as the Europeans here leaving America and going over to Africa with the money that they have and trying to live like kings and queens. The things that America has always told them that they are, but realistically they aren't. / pretty much almost were never. But like I said, it is what it is. Last but not least, we have this. And I know that some people are like, conspiracy, and what proof do you have? And yada, yada, yada. So what I wanted to do with this video is side by side, put up the news stories. Again, anybody can look up, whatever it is that they want to find out. It just makes no sense when people want to come here to a video and they want to question versus using Google versus using the phone, which 90% of the time people are actually on watching YouTube videos, and you can open up a secondary screen, watch a video, and also look at the information as you're watching the video. Again, I'm not exactly sure, how simple a lot of adults are dealing with the fact that you have a supercomputer in your hand, but it is what it is. So you have this woman here stating the fact that the government wanted to have these type of exercises as a what-if scenario if an 8.6 earthquake were to happen and hit the New Madrid fault line. I've talked about something like this before because we've had issues with the United States government trying to frack and do a variety of things on these fault lines and tons of other things taking place on top of minor earthquakes taking place on or along these fault lines as well. Not to mention the fact that these exercises are the same exercises that seemingly the government likes to do in and around certain times, right? And it's not just political, right? Before, you have the whole political thing, they do this actually quite frequently. But certain ones you tend to pay more attention to. There was this person called Edgar Casey. I remember my grandmother told me about, and he stated that there is supposed to be some type of earthquake or whatnot that will happen on the New Madrid fault line. If you actually look this up as well, you will see some depictions on what is theorized the United States would have looked like if a earthquake did take place directly on that fault line. Again, it's very interesting. And the main thing that I would tell people is this: I don't know if people are wrong or right. I don't have enough information on both sides. I just have certain information from both sides. And, it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to, prepare versus, being caught out with nothing to account for, with no way to move, with no way to salvage anything. So as I normally tell people, be wary, be cautious, try to prepare as much as you can, and stay informed and make sure that you have the things necessary just in case a time like that arises. But anyways, that's it for this video. So let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.